All I can tell you about today is we're at Food City. I'm here with two lovely ladies. One of them I've known forever, Miss Bond.
Yes, yes, it's
How long we known each other?
a couple of years.
Couple years. Actually, Miss Bond was my home ec teacher when I was in the 8th grade. And then we're here with Miss Reel. Would you tell us what we're doing here at Food City today?
We are here promoting Farm Bureau Women's Food Checkout. We are supporting 4 organizations with donations of food, agriculture items, and to help their organizations because they're nonprofit. We like to support farm families and farm produce, so that's why we're here.
Now, Miss Bond, exactly what are we doing here at Food City? I know there's representatives from these groups here today, right? So what's going to happen here in a few minutes?
In a few minutes, they're going to get a buggy and they get to go through and pick products that are grown on a farm, strictly farm products, and they will take them back to their agency, and that will be a big food basket for them.
You mean our food actually comes from a farm?
Actually, it does. It does not come up on the shelf in there.
You know, a lot of people believe that. You know, it's amazing, even here in a rural community, that people don't really realize how much work goes into the food that's put on their table every day.
That's right. I can attest to that. I grew up on a farm, a dairy farm, and there's lots of work that goes into it. But many people, as a former elementary teacher, especially children, think their food just comes from the grocery store.
That just kind of leads us into an event that's coming up soon, Farm Days. I love going to that, and those kids, you know, they learn about farms and where food comes from and everything. So when we get to this point here, then they can realize as an adult where food actually comes from, and it's from the farmers and the great work that you guys do. I just want to thank you, ladies, for the work you do in our community. You know, if a lot of people would go hungry if it wasn't for the farmers right here in our own community. We'd just like to thank you ladies for being with us today.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm here with David Morlock, manager of Food City here in Morristown. David, tell us about this event that we're doing today. We talked to the ladies earlier, but Food City really has a big involvement in this, right?
We have big involvement in the community with different organizations. We're happy to have the Farm Bureau ladies here today with us. We are very involved in buying product from local farmers, locally grown produce, and we're just happy to have them with us today.
Well, we know for one thing for sure, we really appreciate what Food City does in the community. You know, not just this event, there's a lot of events you do here in our community, but I just want to personally thank you for using produce from local farmers. I mean, that's you know, you help the local economy and everything, and then it just makes one big circle, doesn't it? It all comes back.
It does. All comes around.
All right. Thank you, David. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have found a couple of representatives of local organizations that are involved in today's event. You guys tell me who you are and who you're with.
I'm Kayla Oaks. I'm from CEASE. We help survivors of domestic violence and sexual assault.
I'm Lynette Breed, and I'm with the Pregnancy Crisis Center, and we help infants and mothers in our area.
I know what Lynette does. We've been friends for a long time, haven't we? What I want to ask you today is the Hamlin County Farm Bureau ladies and the event they put on. Just tell me what that event means to your organization.
It really is a blessing to us. We help provide food for all the women and children in our shelter. So to have an organization willing to help us out, it helps the women in the community as well.
Lynette, I'm guessing probably the same thing for your organization?
Yes, to come today and we will get formula today because about 3 years ago our budget was cut and we were not allowed to purchase formula anymore. And so I'll strictly get formula and baby food today. And so it means a lot for us because we're not allowed to purchase it anymore. We go based totally on donations for formula, which is so important to the children. So we're very thankful.
You know, I'm very impressed with what these ladies do here in Hamlin County and what Food City does too to help your organizations out. We just want to thank you for what you do in our community. I mean, both of you have, you know, very much needed services to the people here in the community. Thank you, ladies, for being with us today.
Thank you.
Okay, this might be a little difficult to do today, but I'm standing here with a couple more organizations. Gary, tell us first of all, tell us your full name. Tell us about your organization.
Well, my name's Gary Brewster, and I'm the director of MATS, and I have with me here today Tanya. She's our office manager, and we are actually a full-service shelter, a self-sufficiency program for homeless families and homeless individuals.
I'm Melanie Johnson. I'm with Alps Adult Day Services.
Okay, I can only imagine what a day like this does for your organizations. Funds are being cut everywhere. Exactly. And to have the Hamlin County Farm Bureau ladies help you with food and Food City get involved, tell us a little bit what that does for your organization.
Oh, this is absolutely amazing for us. We get lots of things that are like dry goods and breads and things like that, but that's not a really good diet for families. And we would like for families to be able to have healthy, nutritious kind of foods. Being able to come in here today, we get all the things that we don't get the other 364 days a year.
Probably the same for you.
Yes, we're so glad that we got chosen again this year.
Now, tell us just a little more about MATS.
Well, MATS is a homeless shelter. We provide emergency shelter to men, women, whole families. But we're more than just an emergency shelter. We are a program. And many are under the impression that we are just a 30-day, 45-day shelter with kind of like a hot in a cot, and we're kind of not that. We're a full-blown program, and, we're trying to rehabilitate people, see what caused, the homelessness, and try to, give them budgeting, guidance, which is our fine logo. We give direction, and, just trying to meet the needs of their immediate needs, but then trying to break down what caused their homelessness, what are their issues, substance abuse, but mostly it's mental illness.
Exactly. Melanie, tell us a little more about your organization, and just give us a little short version of what you guys do.
We care for most of our folks are elderly folks that can't be home alone. We do have some younger people in our program. We serve breakfast, lunch, and snack, so this comes in very handy for that. We're open Monday through Friday from 5:30 to 7:30.
I really appreciate your organizations, but it's really sad that you're needed. It really is. And I'm sure, they can look and find out how to get involved in your organizations.